Hi, Peter Nixon from Potential Dialogue. We help you improve your dialogue and negotiation to improve your bottom line by reducing conflict and improving positive change. Hi, it's Peter Nixon at the Dialogue Institute in Hong Kong. Today's Dialogue Minute, the Five of Hearts. Let's quickly get to the Five of Hearts. What does it say? It says to build a ladder of inference, connecting the situation to the perceptions, conclusions, and assumptions and beliefs. Whew, that's a tough one. And I think, to be honest, it's possibly the most complicated one in the entire deck, but very useful. It shows when you first, if you do this, it shows your genuine deep interest in where the other person's coming from. If you don't do it, why don't you do it? It's because you just simply haven't learned the technique. It's from Peter Senge and his fifth discipline. So, what does it mean? Well, let's figure out an example. So if you go simply, so let's go back, Five of Hearts. Easier if I read it for you off the card. So build a ladder. So you're building a ladder from what they say or what you perceive. So what you perceive. So they say they disagree. So you perceive that they're an opponent. You've concluded that they're opponents based on what you've perceived because they said they disagree. You could be wrong because maybe they just disagree, it's the wrong time, but they like the idea. But your conclusion could be wrong based on your perception. If you, based on that perception that they are against it, you assume that they're not going to give you any help, then you don't ask for help. Then it gets worse. And that would lead to your belief that they're not on your team. And that could be the farthest from the truth. So all of these things are interconnected. But if your perception is, oh, they disagree, and you ask a question, figure out why they disagree, and they say, oh, it's the wrong time, then you conclude, oh, okay, so if we change the time, they might agree. Maybe you're right. Let's say they agree. Yeah, change the time, and I agree. Then your assumption is they were particularly stuck on one time or another. And your belief is if you do it at that time, they will be on your team. Again, could be wrong, but it's all linked. So this is the goal. So it's a harder technique, I agree. But when you think about things at this level, you are starting to really much better diagnose your team and the counterparties that you have to influence in your job as a leader. This is your Dialogue Minute. Good luck. Solutions in the Dialogue.